Hello YouTube, it is I, Banded Wendy. How are you? This is my tea misto talk for you. Food and fun, how they go together in my world, before weight loss surgery, and now, being a post-op patient. 3.7 years post-op, 2.5 years of maintenance. Right? I've been playing this dance with food now all my life. I lost the same 100 pounds 2 or 3 times before I had weight loss surgery. And now I'm in an interesting situation because my mother has metastasized breast cancer and she's dying. And she's had a good run of this metastasized cancer over 2 years now. And progressively she's gone through different treatments, and for the last 30 or so days she's been doing oral chemotherapy. And this, by far, the oral chemotherapy, which is pretty much the last treatment available for her, is the harshest, right? It is the one that's doing the most damage to her spirit. It's the one that's doing the most damage to her ability to just live, to have a normal relationship with her friends. It's the one that's basically taking her life away, right? So she can't eat is one of the things that's occurring. The taste of food is no longer pleasurable to her. Things taste like rat poison. She's nauseous. So when she's nauseous, even if she has medication for such thing, to combat it, she's not interested in food. And we were having a conversation because without food, her blood work is all messed up. Her levels of protein and potassium and all the things we need in our body to be working properly, particularly when you are dying and trying to stay healthy as you're taking chemotherapy, which is basically killing off cells in your body. I mean, it's crazy, right? It's really, really intense thing, what she's going through. But she needs to eat. Right? And when you don't eat, what happens? You die, eventually. Right? So, we're having a conversation. And this is not the first time she's done chemotherapy. I mean, she had breast cancer 16 years ago. And she did chemotherapy for 6 months. And she knows the drill, right? And it's different this time around. It's a different type of chemotherapy. So when we're talking, she said to me, and this is why I'm making this video, food is not fun anymore, Wendy. Food's supposed to be fun. Because I'm talking to her about how I need her to eat. I need her to keep trying different stuff. Because I need her to live. So, I was trying to understand a little bit more about it from her, and she's an emotional eater. So, she'd been doing okay with the fact that she's going to die from cancer because she was eating. You know, I believe it was Kelawanda 2 years ago when my mom was diagnosed, sent me a really nice message and talked to me about the various diets that are proven and foods that are proven to help people turn around cancer. And a couple of other people in my life inboxed me basically the same kind of thing. And I took that conversation on with my mom in January. It'll be 2 years ago. And I had a face-to-face sit-down conversation with her about how we could change her food, what she consumed to fight this cancer. She wasn't interested, had no desire to do that. she liked food too much. And if she was going to die, she was going to eat what she wanted. It was too late to change it. And she mentally wasn't interested, and I didn't push it. I only said to her, just remember that we've had this conversation. Just remember I wanted to help you on this front. I'll never talk about it again. And I haven't, and I won't, right? So my mother has used food to deal with her emotions around the fact that she's dying. And now, in the last 30 days, and that's been fine for 2 years, right? But now in the last 30 days, she can't eat because of the reasons I told you earlier. It's painful also, as well as it doesn't taste right. She thinks everything's either too sweet or everything is too salty or it tastes like rat poison. So the other thing is she can't drink coffee. How many of you coffee drinkers out there, can you imagine if they told you no more coffee? It will not work well with the drugs you're taking, and it could cause horrible things to happen to you. And you just, after 50 years of drinking coffee, they pulled it off the shelf, like Hostess. Closed down. No more. Not going to get it. That's where she's been at. And coffee is something pleasurable for her. You know, just like I like my tea mistos, she likes her coffee. So we started talking about how she thinks food is fun and that food's not fun anymore. And it got, you know, my thought was, I used to think food was fun too, Mom. I did. Food still can be fun. But it was a big shift for me mentally to get to the point, and people like, you know, rub, you know, crinkle their face up at me, turn their nose up, like, and shake their head when I say, food is fuel, you know. It's hard for someone who's an emotional eater, my mother specifically, to think of food truly in her life as fuel. It's fun. And I'm curious about people in the community about how you got to that place, or if you've gotten to that place of you can't view food as fun anymore. You have to view food as something you need, as something that when you stack it up the right way, it works for you. Both the way you look physically and the way you feel physically, and mentally, right? It all works, and it's keeping your body going because you need it, and you do look forward to the next meal, and you do think about food a lot, right? But in a different way than you did a pre-op. At least I do. So I was trying to explain to my mom that, you know, she's got to fuel her body too, and to live, right? At this point, we're talking about life or death here, you know. And then the full circle conclusion of that was, maybe it's time to stop taking that oral chemotherapy. And she knows what that means, and I know what that means. She'll just die sooner, because what is she doing right now? She's not eating, and she's taking oral chemotherapy that takes away her joy. And she's still going to die. She wants to eat food because she enjoys it. It makes her feel good. And she wants to drink her coffee and die, right? And I want her to eat food because she enjoys it. I want her to drink her coffee because she enjoys it. And either way, she's going to die. So why not be able to do the things you enjoy if you're going to die, right? So, is food fun? Are you dying? Or is food fuel? Are you living? Something to think about. Have a good day. Bye.